The teams get ready and welcome back today for our season opener for Somers Lacrosse. Going into this game, we have the Somers Tuskers taking on Scarsdale, and let's take a look how these teams did just last season. So Somers last season 14-4 on the season, and based on max prep, Scarsdale went 10-8. However, Scarsdale, interesting storyline is Scarsdale is now in Class A for lacrosse, so they'll be facing tougher opponents, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens today in game number 1 of the season as both teams get ready and set. So I'm Benny Silk. I'll be calling this game for you today, and we're all set. So a few basics for lacrosse just to know about is lacrosse. So each game starts with a face-off. After that, we continue with, after every score and quarter, it's also a face-off. And welcome back, as it is the season opener of this matchup, and I'm Benny Silk. Will be calling this game for you today, and both teams out there ready for the season opener. And coming into this matchup, there are a few players to keep an eye out for. So we got Miguel Iglesias, our quarterback, also of the Somers Tuskers. He is also big player on this lacrosse team, and he's so good that he's going to college to play lacrosse for Notre Dame. Also, Mason Kelly, another star on our varsity football team, heading to Brown University next season. In addition, Logan Ruby, another player to look out for, going to Springfield College for lacrosse next year. In addition, we have Tristan Waschel, who is going up to a college up in Boston for lacrosse next year, and so many other great players as well to keep an eye out for. We got Dean Palazzolo, a phenomenal player on varsity football. I hear he's pretty good in lacrosse as well. And we also have, let's look in more. There's a lot of good players, a lot of great stars from varsity football. We got Ryan Brush, also good in this lacrosse team, and a big key in varsity football. I'm excited to see how all these players do today in lacrosse as we get started. A few more to keep an eye out for. We got Cameron Violante, Andrew Marzella, just a few other names to keep an eye out for in lacrosse this year. And we're about to get started as the teams are out in the middle. And we are about to get started. So the teams are shaking their hands there. The 10 players for each team out in the middle, 10 starters, and we're on our way. So in the middle for the Tuskers, we have number 6 of Matt Mayfield, and for Scarsdale, we have number 24, and they will be in the middle for our first face-off of the game. That is going to be La Yellow, who is in the middle for the face-off for Scarsdale. And we're about to get ready, and as the face-off is going to begin. out in the middle, start of it. And the season for boys varsity lacrosse has started as Somers. Wait, Matt Mayfield's going to get that for the Tuskers, finds Iglesias, and it goes in. What a start for the season. And number 16 of Dylan Mendez is going to get it in for the Tuskers. The Tuskers took 8 seconds to get on the board. A goal already for the Tuskers as they are going to take a 1-0 lead.
Scoring for the Tuskers, number 16, Dylan Mendez.
So Demez is going to get it in.
Number 7, Miguel Iglesias.
So our quarterback is going to help. Our Somers Tuskers quarterback helps Dylan Mendez, gets him in position to get the goal, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead already for the Tuskers. What a start. A great start to the season. And this is going to be an exciting one. A lot of players, top players in varsity football, they're as good, maybe even better at lacrosse, as a lot of them are going to college for lacrosse. And we're already back for a tip-off. So on the tip-off, Mayfield's going to win that, able to get it. So Matt Mayfield with it now. There goes Mayfield moving his stick. You have to move your stick in lacrosse, BO2. One with it. Passing a little similar circle formation around here, something we saw from Fox Lane a little bit yesterday. As he tries to get in, 12 tries to shoot it. I believe, yes, that is Ryan Brush, but it's going to go out of bounds. Somers is, however, closer, so they are going to get the ball. And it goes in. What a start for Somers. 2-zip. 2-zip. Already a great start. 30 seconds in. Somers is on pace. So they already scored 2 points. So they're on pace to score 48 points in this quarter if they keep this up. What a start already with 11:29 left. And they're already back in the middle again. 2-0 Tuskers. Matt Mayfield wins it again. And now it's starting to look like Somers domination as Mendez is going to miss it there. Goes out of bounds. Somers was closer, so they're going to retain possession of the ball. As now out goes. So with it right now, we got number 21 with it, of Tristan Iglesias. There goes Iglesias. Close, but they do not get it. And Scarsdale, for the first time today, will have the ball. A great start for Somers. Already up 2-0, however, coming off a 14-4 season. So passing around, Iglesias tries to get it, and it's going to be taken away from Scarsdale. That's Tristan Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias, his younger brother, as Brush goes in, does not go in, but Somers able to get it back with Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias with it. Movement, taking his time there. And as you may notice, a little bit different from the girls' game yesterday. The girls had 90 seconds on their shot clock. The boys do it a little bit different. They have it down to 60 seconds. And a cool fact I learned from Coach Hirsch, the Somers varsity coach, is that this is the first year they're doing the shot clock for boys varsity lacrosse. As it goes, and Kelly tries to get it there, but we will not get it in, making it Scarsdale's ball. Somers gets it back. I believe that's Kennedy. Yes, Brett Kennedy picks it up for Somers there, but Scarsdale able to get it back. So for Scarsdale has it. Finds number 22 of Scarsdale. Now Scarsdale making momentum as they are moving down fast. A good game around. There goes, it's 14 currently with it. Finds number 8. Back to 14. Here goes 14. Movement, decides to keep it. Coming around, guarded by number 26 of Somers. Now back to Palazzolo with it. And guarded by Palazzolo, 26 with it. Here goes 14. He's going to lose it, but picked up by number 22 of Scarsdale. Back to 9. 9 has it, goes in, and Scarsdale gets a goal. So it's going to be 2-1 now as Scarsdale gets it in. And it's a 1-point game. So now back in the middle for the tip-off, we got Matt Mayfield and
Scoring
number
for Scarsdale,
24.
Number 9, Anders Burrows.
And 24 of Lacelio. And scoring that last goal for Scarsdale was Burrow. Cool last name. Burrow. So back in the middle now. And they're back out. So Mayfield with it. Somers wins the face-off once again. Finds Iglesias. Now movement around. Iglesias to Iglesias. Now with it is Brush. Number 20 now finds Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias. Finds Mason Kelly, the Tuskers RB1 from this past season. There goes Kelly wearing number 11 instead of number 25 for Lacrosse. Guard heavily, however, by number 23 of Scarsdale. Finds 20. There goes 20. Movement. Goes back to Kelly. Kelly going. Movement. Finds Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias. Iglesias now with it. Iglesias movement goes for the goal. It's going to be short. Brush closest to the ball as it goes out of bounds. That means the Tuskers are going to retain possession. So Tuskers will continue, and currently with it we have, I believe, yes, that is our quarterback, Miguel Iglesias. A close one there is going to fall short. Now with it, Iglesias. Iglesias with it. There goes Iglesias, goes up, and it finds Dylan DeMendez, who gets it in again, and Somers takes a 3-1 lead. The Elephants war as the Tuskers are showing up here early. 3-1 is your score. The Tuskers up front. What a start for the Tuskers, and let's take a look at some players to keep an eye out for. So we got Miguel Iglesias. He's going to college for this. He's a starting QB for the Tuskers, but he's going to college to Notre Dame. Also one of the best lacrosse teams in college. And we also got Mason Kelly, who's going to Brown University. Dylan DeMendez has shown up today. And in addition, we have Dean Palazzolo, phenomenal player in football, to look out for as well. Here right now, Scarsdale with it. They're going to lose it. Is it going to roll out of bounds? Yes, they're going to call it, and Somers is going to take over. And while we continue, what is the key for Somers in this matchup? So what are the key players? This is what I asked the coach, and it's not players just to look out for, just key players overall. Just every single player on the team working together and being successful in this game and every game that we play, the Tuskers play in throughout the season. As the Tuskers are going to get another one in. Less than 5 minutes into this game, the Tuskers are going to take a 4-1 lead. What a start.
Number 13, Russell Galamo.
And Russell Galamo gets it in for the Tuskers. There's number 3 in varsity football, a senior in Somers High School, as Galamo gets it in. And let's take a look. Last year, both these teams played each other, and how this game's gone right now. The last game, it looks to be heading into the same direction as last year's season opener, where Somers took on Scarsdale, as the teams are going to call a timeout. This season opener looks to be heading same exact way as last year's season opener. Somers won that one 17-3 in a dominating blowout. Are we going to see that again today? As it is currently a 4-1 lead with 5 minutes in. And if you missed the end of last night's JV game, I called the first half. If you listen to that, JV girls, that game, yes, there are no ties allowed in lacrosse, but due to the weather outside, they wound up calling it a tie. And that game tied. It was tied at 3 when I left. Wound up tying, with both teams getting their first tie of the season. And who are some star players on Scarsdale we should look out for today? So we got Scarsdale's goaltender, and Somers will need to work hard together to get the ball in the net. Scarsdale's goaltender. Yeah, it looks like that's been the toughest challenge for Somers today. They're able to get it down towards the goal, but the goaltender has been able to block multiple goals for the Tuskers today, even though they still got in 4. They're working good together, but goaltender also doing a good job blocking the goals for Scarsdale, and could very well be a more than a 3-point game. But he is already, his impact has shown up for Scarsdale. And what is the key to success for the Tuskers? According to Coach Hirsch, and with this being the season opener, it's just important for the players to embrace their emotions. It's the first time putting on their jersey this season where there will be a result, and the result will count. So yeah, that's basically what he said was important. So we're back in the middle for the face-off. And we also currently have our varsity baseball game on for you. As I look down for 1 second, Somers gets another goal. That was quick.
But number 21,
and Tristan Iglesias, younger brother of Miguel Iglesias, is gonna get it in, and with the assist of Matt Mayfield. Assist is something that is big in lacrosse in addition to basketball, and you saw an assist. You saw the assist there. Christian Iglesias also the scorer there and he is very likely going to be the starting QB next year. Not 100%. I'm sure they don't decide till next season, but he is slated to be the starting QB as he was the backup this past season. So back in the middle for the face-off. As we're off, and Mayfield gets it again for the Tuskers. There goes Mayfield. Going back, goes in. This time it does not go in. Scarsdale is going to take it. So Scarsdale, number 7, now with it. And it's going to be a block by Ryan Brush. Brush is going. And now number 10 with it, and 10 has it, but whistle is blown, and is it what looked like it may have been a timeout, but they're back out there now. So movement around, finds Brush finds Iglesias now with it. Iglesias back to Kelly now. Movement. Kelly has it, finds DeMendez. So now DeMendez, multiple goals already today, as the Tuskers has already scored 5 goals, including 2 in the first 30 seconds of this game, and it's only just over halfway of the first quarter. Tries to get it, a close one, but it does not go in, and Tuskers will be able to hold on as Brush was the closest to that. So 22 on the shot clock. There goes Brush, tries to get it as it's going to roll out of bounds. Hard to tell what player was closer there, as with 20 seconds left. Shot continues. Somers was closer with Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias with it. Loses it. Is he going to get it back? Trips, and it's going to be Scarsdale's ball. So Scarsdale now has it. Scarsdale with it. Somers able to knock it out, however. 4 able to knock it out, and as it goes out of bounds, hard to tell who had it. Looks like it was Scarsdale who was closer as it went out of bounds. So Scarsdale with it, finds number 4. Back out. 14 now. Back to 8. Circle formation here again for Scarsdale. Something that see is common in lacrosse. So 24 with it now for Scarsdale. Going. Back out to 14. Finds 8, who loses it, and it's going to be taken by 26, who loses it. back out. Scarsdale is gonna, number 9 is gonna scoop it back up there. Finds number 4. So now 4 with it. And as you notice, 4 is moving his stick. That is a big key in lacrosse. You gotta move your stick back and forth to be able to move around the field, or you could pass it. Those are the 2 ways. But now 4 with it. Decides to keep it. Movement. Finds 24. There goes 24 with it now. Tries to shoot it, and Somers goalie, number 27 of Andrew Marzella, is going to show up there for the Tuskers. So Marzella now with it. So there goes Marzella. Finds number 22. Marzella is also a Boy Scout. And Somers Troop 228. So finds 19 now, Brett Kennedy. Kennedy finds Iglesias, Miguel Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias finds Ryan Brush, who tries to shoot the goal there. Does not go in, but now movement back to number 18, who tries to get it in. Banks off the goal upright. That was 18 of Jaden Duman. And now we have a few rotators. So we got Kelly going in, and coming out is number 17 of Penzo. We have number 20 also going in of Taglia. So back out there now. So Kelly finds Dominguez. So there goes Dominguez. Tries to go for the goal. A close one, but it winds up not going in. Another close one, and just a great start. So while there's a break in the action, what are a few best play options for Somers for Scarsdale, as number 21 of Tristan Iglesias is gonna get it in for the Tuskers. Tristan Iglesias, multiple goals today for him.
Number 21,
So Tristan Iglesias, second one today. But what are the best play options for Somers versus Scarsdale? So dictate the pace, so they take control of the pace. Also playing fast and playing aggressive and playing under control. All important keys for lacrosse. As we're now back in the middle. For the face-off. Number 8 now out there for Scarsdale. As it's going to be Mayfield who takes it. However, ref blows whistle there. Game is... So now the movement down. And so now Scarsdale has it. Number 9 finds number 4. Coming around. Goes out to 14. Movement around. Finds number 8. Back to 24. Back to 9. There goes 9. Going for the goal, and it's going to be too high. Too high for Scarsdale there. But Scarsdale closest to it. It'll continue. And if you're wondering, lacrosse is a little bit different from basketball. So if it goes out of bounds, it's not the last player who touched it. It's the closest player who is where it goes to for going out of bounds. And that is how the Tuskers have been able to hold on to it when having the ball right before it goes out of bounds there. So now with it, it's Marzella has the ball. Marzella is going to go to 22. It's Tristan Wachell. Wachell finds Kennedy. Now here goes Brett Kennedy, a star on the Tuskers varsity football defense. Goes in, tries to get the goal, and it goes in for the Tuskers. Brett Kennedy leads the Tuskers to a 7-1 early lead. Elephants War here at Somers, as the Tuskers are playing phenomenal in their season opener. 7-1 is your score. And one thing you may notice, I've mentioned a lot of varsity football names today. A lot of players that play varsity football also play lacrosse, as you're seeing here today, stars of the team. But there's also players that don't play varsity football that are on lacrosse, for example, Andrew Marzella. Andrew Marzella, Brandon Lyle, just two seniors that play lacrosse, don't play football, but a lot of varsity football teams play multiple sports, and a lot of these players are on this lacrosse team. So now with it, Iglesias has had it. So now movement, Scarsdale gets it. So now Scarsdale has it, finds 14. 14 back to 24. There goes 24. What does he do? A movement. But high defense on him is number 1 of Dean Palazzolo. Soma's star receiver as they go back to 9, go back to 4, and it goes in. Scarsdale gets back on the board, getting the second goal of the day. So Scarsdale gets on the board, but Somers is still up by 5. Scarsdale equaling the same amount of points that Somers had in the first 30 seconds of this game. And yeah, so we will be back in a second. So now movement, and we are now looking into other current Somers games going on. So we got Lakeland taking on Somers in girls softball. It is currently a 0-0 game in the second. So now with it, we have Mayfield. Mayfield finds Bush. Movement now. Iglesias with it. Miguel Iglesias has the ball, keeps it. Now is going to find, goes off the net, rolls out of bounds, but Somers, that is Achel, who runs to it, and Somers being the closest one. The question is, did he get there? No, he did not. It looks like Scarsdale, according to the ref, Scarsdale wound up being the closer team to the ball right now. Got 11 with it. So 11 finds 9. There goes 9. So number 9 of Burrow. Burrow finds 14. 14 of Morrow. Back to 24. Goes up. So now Burrow with it. Finds 14. Back out. And it's going to be taken away by, I believe, yes, that is J.J. Penzo of the Tuskers, number 17. He takes it back, but it is still going to be Scarsdale, because Somers had possession of it as it went out of bounds. Scarsdale is going to be Scarsdale's ball, but it goes right into Marzella's nets at the buzzer, and it's going to be a 7-2 game after the first quarter. What a start for the Tuskers. 7-2 is your score. So Somers, let's just take a look at what we saw in the first quarter. So Somers, goal just seconds into the game. Matt Mayfield, great in the middle of the field, and was there for the face-off, and just a great start for the Tuskers. Able to find Mendez for a goal. After that, they got another goal very soon after that. Mendez got a third goal, and it was just Tuskers after they were up. So it was 2-1. Tuskers get a third goal of the day, followed by a fourth. It's 7-1 now. Tuskers are just working together. There's a reason why most of these players were on the varsity football state champions team, and looks like they're pretty good at this sport too. And yeah, so 7-2 is your score. It's just been dominant by Somers. Update in the girls varsity softball game versus Lakeland. It is currently Somers who is leading 2-0 in that one now. So now a check-in on Somers Varsity Baseball in the first game on their new field. The score is currently 1-1. So 1-1 is your score in the home opener on the new turf for the Tuskers, and we hope to eventually broadcast that. Fortunately, there's no local live on the turf, but we plan to do a few YouTube broadcasts on the Somers Sports Broadcast. Also, if you don't know who I am, I'm Benny Silk. I get to do this because I started a sports broadcasting club, and that's thanks to Mr. Adam, who is right next to me, and yeah, it's been a great opportunity. So we're back in the middle now. We got Mayfield in there for the Tuskers. Back in the middle for the face-off, start of the second quarter now. So off of the face-off, there goes Mayfield. 24 is also in the middle. And if you're a little confused why they went the other direction, that is because they switched sides of the field in each quarter. Miguel is able to get it before it goes out of bounds, but a drive that started off fast for the Tuskers ends up in no score there. So with it now, Scarsdale. But Miguel able to take it away. What a play by Miguel, and he's gonna get it in for the Tuskers. There's a reason why he's going to college for this sport, as he gets another goal, as the Tuskers now take an 8-2 lead. Another goal for the Tuskers.
Number 7, Miguel Iglesias.
Miguel Iglesias, number 7, also the number he wears in varsity football. And let's take a look. What plays do the Tuskers expect to see from Scarsdale today? So Scarsdale is traditionally a fundamental play style team, and they are very organized and tactical, especially off the end line of their offensive end. So, yeah, those are some little knowledge on that. But now we're back. Currently, we have number 27, Marzella, goes it. It's to Palazzolo, who's able to scoop it up. So Palazzolo with it. There goes Palazzolo going back. Finds Brush. So Brush now with it. Back out to Mendez. So now we got Mendez with it. Mendez finds Mason Kelly. So Kelly there. So now Kelly with the ball. Got Brush open. We got number 20 also open for the Tuskers. As Kelly's going to find Iglesias to Iglesias. As Miguel Iglesias now with it. Tries to get his second goal of the quarter. Fortunately, it does not go in. It goes around, and that's going to be Scarsdale who picks it up. If you noticed, multiple players there could not cross the line, 50-yard line, and that was because, or the midfield line for Lacrosse, and that's because they have to stay on that certain side of the field. So now with it, Scarsdale underneath, Marzella able to block it from going in. So now with it, number 2 finds Kennedy. There goes Kennedy. Back to Ruby, back to Kennedy. We go underhand shot there. As rolls out of bounds. So now with it. Number 33 of Scarsdale. Great number choice, by the way. As he finds number 11 now with it. Gonna lose it, and Brett Kennedy picks it up again for the Tuskers. There goes Kennedy, back out, finds Brush. Brush now with it. What will Brush do? Movement. Making himself open. We got Kelly. We got Penzo guarded by 11. Both of them head to the bench, as now we got 20 with it for the Tuskers. Number 20. of Matt Battaglia. So now with it, 16 under Mendez finds Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias now with it. Also, something to mention, only on a team, only as a sophomore. Back to Kelly. Kelly with it. There goes Kelly. Too high there. Somers is, however, going to be the closest to it. That means Somers will retain possession here. So picking it up is Tristan Iglesias now. There goes Tristan, finds his brother Miguel. Goes in for the basket, and it's going to go in. Brothers work together there to get that goal, and tune in. So tonight we have a sports broadcast episode coming out. The following week we will have Tristan and Miguel both in for an interview where we will be interviewing them about lacrosse and their experience in lacrosse. In addition, we had to, because they're the both current this year quarterback and next year's quarterback. We had to add varsity football questions in there too. So we have both Miguel and Tristan Iglesias coming into for the interview to talk about the game of lacrosse and some varsity football, and subscribe to the Soma Sports broadcast to see when that comes out. But we're back now, and picking it up is Brett Kennedy for the Tuskers. So Brett Kennedy goes back to Marzella. Andrew Marzella finds 13. There goes 13, moving his stick around, going for Somers. Number 13, goes up for the goal. No good, but Iglesias gets it back. Number 13 is Russell Guillermo. And another one for the Tuskers. The Tuskers are marching all over the Scarsdale. And yes, that was, you heard that right, Miguel Iglesias gets it again. Another one for Miguel Iglesias as his Tuskers now up by 8. So now we got Mayfield and number 24 back. Laciello. So Mayfield and Laciello in the middle. So Mayfield has it. There goes Mayfield. Back out. Goes up. Finds Iglesias to Iglesias. Now Miguel Iglesias, is he going to try to go for it again? Now goes back out. Finds number 4 of Balanquio. Now with it, 20 of Battaglia. So Battaglia with it. Finds 13. Back to Battaglia. Going out. 13 is Russell. Going back out to Iglesias now. To Iglesias. Iglesias brothers working together again. Will Miguel, is he going? What will he do here? Iglesias finds Brush, who tries to attempt the goal. Does not go in. Somers, however, is going to be the closest, so they have another chance. But they're going to start right by the goal. And as you may notice, lacrosse a little different than other sports. Similar to hockey in this, you're allowed to go into the goal. Another goal for the Tuskers. It's hard to count how many goals have been scored by an Iglesias brother today. Multiple, I believe at least 4 at this point, as both Iglesias brothers have scored multiple. But that is going to make it a 11-2 lead. It's only the second quarter, as Tristan Iglesias gets it in for the Tuskers. So Tristan Iglesias getting that goal for the Tuskers. Mayfield and Laciello back in the middle for the faceoff. So to get it, it's going to be Mayfield winning it there. Actually in the middle for the faceoff is number 10, as there goes Mayfield. Mayfield going, still has it. Loses it but gets it back, finds Iglesias. So now Iglesias back to throw. Iglesias keeps it. He's going. Iglesias still has it, moving his stick, so that counts. He is able to move. Iglesias back. He finds Brush. Now Brush with it. Here goes Brush. Brush movement for Brush now. So movement. So Brush still with it. And stay tuned as we get close to the halftime. Don't go anywhere during halftime, as I will be doing a halftime show. If you listen to my broadcast, follow my broadcast, I do halftime show. It's a chance to give my opinion about the game, talk about sports, which is the thing I love to talk about the most. And so I encourage you to stay tuned during halftime. We will also talk about some professional sports. We're going to take a look at current Somers sports going on, and if you missed it, currently the score is 1-1. This is according to Mr. Haddam. Last time he checked, the score was 1-1 in the baseball game. So they're now back as the shot clock is one out, but this is between plays. Clock stays on, but it looks like Kennedy is being taken out for 1 minute of the game, number 19. So 60 seconds. Shot clock. Kennedy out as Somers, because of that, is going to be down a player for the next 60 seconds, which is a disadvantage, as you could be out for, as if a player get penalized and you're out for a minute, then the other team has a one more player advantage. Interesting thing in lacrosse. But now with it, 8 tries to get it for Scarsdale. It's going to be short. Goes off to the left. Scarsdale able to retain possession as 14 has it. Finds number 8, who goes up. It hits the back of the net, does not go. Somers gets it. Burrow touches it there before Somers gets it. Now up in the air. Scarsdale is going to grab it back. It's still on the ground, however. Looked like Scarsdale was going to retain that, but Scarsdale missing multiple chances there to get the ball, as it's going to be Somers. So Somers, 11-2 lead. If you're just getting here, it's an 11-2 lead with 5 minutes in the first half. So timeout for Somers there, and as we take a timeout, let's take a look. Was there any storylines coming into this one? So Somers coach Spallane and coach Menendez were teammates of Scarsdale. They were both teammates in college. No, not college, my apologies. They were both teammates at Manhattan College together. Yes, that is correct. So yeah, they were teammates together. Now teammates coaching against each other. Well, that's something cool. And this is the first game this is the first game I was talking about this already. This is the first game this season. So this is the first season, losing my words there, that the shot clock exists in varsity lacrosse. And that's a new rule that the New York State Sports Association, NYSPHSAA, that's a new rule for them this year. And Scarsdale has moved up to Class A in lacrosse. So there's that as well. So yeah, those are our storylines coming into this one. And we will be back in a moment. So while we take a second, I want to talk about a little bit about what I do. So the reason why I get to do this is because I started a Soma Sports Broadcasting Club at my school, and what we do is we create sport talk show episodes each week where we talk about what's going on in current sports, like professional sports. We also talk about high school sports and so forth. And there's a few of us talk about it each week. We break down just the world of sports overall. We predict, we do. And we also have guests on for interviews, for example. Like I was saying, we have the Glacius brothers coming on in 2 weeks in our next episode. Not the one coming out tonight, the following one. But subscribe to the Soma Sports Broadcast on YouTube. Also, we do YouTube broadcast where we do games. On YouTube instead of local live, or in addition to, we like to do local live as well if we're able to for that game. We do local live and YouTube where we commentate and a broadcast set up by Jaden Ferry, one of our club members. He sets it up, and we do it off of YouTube with very cool graphics, and it comes out amazing. So we're now back out there. So Iglesias with it. Finds Kelly. So Kelly now with it. Goes in for the net, and it's going to go in. Another goal for the Tuskers. Mason Kelly, I believe that's his first one of the night. For Kelly, he is going to Brown University next year for Lacrosse. And now a 12-2 10-point lead for the Tuskers. And so continuing on with the Soma Sports Broadcast, that's about what we do. We also got another cool thing we got to do is interview the Giant players. In addition, talking about a broadcast, while varsity football players playing today, we got to follow them all the way to the state championship game where we got to broadcast that game from the Dome. Very cool. You could check that out as well. It wasn't video, but it was broadcast. It was radio call, but we're back now. So Iglesias finds number 20. Back to Iglesias. So Iglesias with it. Tristan Iglesias currently has the ball. And check out the Soma Sports Broadcast. Also make sure to follow our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for updates on our latest. But as Iglesias goes, finds Miguel Iglesias. So Miguel Iglesias now with it. There goes Iglesias. Goes back to find Battaglia. And going up. Close shot. It does not go in. That was Kelly on there, but it's going to fall short there, as it's going to be number 21 of Tristan Iglesias who will start off the ball. He was the closest to where it went out of bounds, so Somas will continue. And that is going to be it for shot clock time, and that is going to make it Scarsdale's ball. So now movement, Scarsdale cradling it, and it goes in. That's going to be a goal for Scarsdale. 14 gets it in. 14 gets it in. That is going to be Joseph who gets it in for Scarsdale.
Scoring for Scarsdale, number 14, Joseph Morrow.
And now back in the middle with Matt Mayfield and number 10 of Gilligan. So Gilligan. So back in the middle now. Got Mayfield and 10. Back in the middle for the face-off. And we're off. There goes Mayfield. Mayfield going. Walling. Mayfield loses it. Number 10 is going to pick it up. 10 gets it. 10 with it now. Of Scarsdale. Back out. 23 is going to be going, and it's going to be scooped back up by Scarsdale. Finds number 22 of Scarsdale. Movement down the field to 24 now. Finds 4. Goes back out to 1. To 22. To 9. Finds number 24. .24 with it. Finds 9. Finds 22. Movement now for 22. Able to pick it back up, and Somers is going to take it. Now with it, it's Matt Pataglia heading down the field now for the Tuskers. Here comes Pataglia. He gets it, a close one that falls short. So with it now, we got Bush. Finds 2 of Somers. 2 goes up, and it's going to be short. That number 2 was Holden Bolesky. Now it's going to be Scarsdale with it. Scarsdale with it. Number 23. 23 finds 14. Goes through. Does not go in. It's going to roll out of bounds. So we got Kennedy now with it. So now 11. 11 of Scarsdale. We will be back in a moment. Actually, we're going to hang here. So we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back in a moment. So now a check-in on the baseball game. Currently, it is Somers who is up 2-1 in the 3rd inning. Somers in the debut of the new field. They won yesterday on opening day, 12-0. A great start for them. They are currently up 2-1 in the 3rd inning. So 12-3 is your score. Somers been looking phenomenal today. And let's go over a few more notes about this game. So what strategies has Somers used against Scarsdale in the past? So with Scarsdale being a fundamentally crafty team, they've tried to be as disruptive and in the wide game defensively as that takes advantage, and unsettling plays does not allow them to set their defense. That's what Somers has done in the past, but now with it, Burrow, wearing number 9 as well, as they find number 22, 14, and it's going to roll on the other side of the field. They're not able to do anything 22 was, but whistle blown there, flag there. it. Number 14. 14 with it. Gonna lose it. Picks it up, number 23, but that is gonna do it for the first half. Somers has scored 4 times the amount of points as Scarsdale has in this first half, as the score is 12-3. I'll be back in 2 seconds for our halftime show. Stay tuned. So, welcome back to our halftime show, and right out of the gate, it was Somers who was dominating most of this game. It took them less than 5 seconds to get a goal to start off, going up 2-0 in the first 30 seconds, and then so forth. It was just Somers dominating. A lot of great teamwork for Somers, working together, a lot of great plays as well, and they've been able to do what needs to be done to be up by 9 at halftime. And thoughts on the first half? It was just a great first half for Somers. If they just continue, if they even only score a quarter amount of points that they already scored, they could probably win this one. And Somers just looking phenomenal. They're on pace to score 24 points in this game, but Somers, maybe we see with a big lead, maybe we see a little bench time from some of the bench players play, as Somers has just been doing everything right. Scarsdale, however, their defense has to really step up. They need to stop Somers from scoring these goals, and this defense really needs to step up. And they basically need to shut them out at least for most of the game and need to score at least 10 goals at the same time. It's going to be tough, but Scarsdale, we'll see if Scarsdale's able to get it done. But Somers, the reason why team is filled with varsity football champions. There's a reason why they were varsity football champions. We're seeing this here today in Lacrosse as well. Player of the first half. This is tough. There were so many good players. Miguel Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias, Dylan Mendez all had phenomenal first halves. Dean Palazzolo, Brett Kennedy also had great first halves. The list goes on. Mason Kelly, Matt Pataglia, Andrew Marzella. The list is just going on for, and Logan Ruby's been out there a little bit as well, and Ryan Brush also with a great first half. We also had out there Tristan Wachell, a few great players as well, and a great first half for the Tuskers. And 6 minutes left. Going back to Scarsdale. Gotta keep an eye out, Burrow, number 9. Great name, by the way. Been getting some key plays there. Also, number 10 has been doing a lot, and 8 for Scarsdale as well. So, all great players doing great as well for Scarsdale. So, predictions of what will happen in the second half. Yeah, I think Somers is going to continue to dominate. I don't think it's going to be as many points as you've seen in some varsity football games. They put up a lot of points in the first half. They're going to arrest their good players and not score as many, but Somers is still going to win. I think they're going to wind up putting up 18, just showing how great their team is. The final score is going to be 18-5 with the Tuskers taking it. And so that's my prediction for the second half. And so if you missed it before, Somers Sports Broadcasting Club. Check us out on YouTube. We create sport talk show episodes and talk about and broadcast games and talk about sports and so forth. And I'll be back in a moment. So let's talk about some of these lacrosse players, comparing play style to varsity football. So we got Miguel Iglesias, able to move the ball around the field, get it far. You could see that arm there, his position, the quarterback, showing there. Miguel Iglesias, both position. He's good at both sports, and yeah, basically how they're similar. Mason Kelly, we haven't seen that much of as much as Miguel, but same thing, able to move the ball around, running it, and yeah, Dylan Mendez, we've seen a lot here, not as a big key player on varsity football, but we've seen him a lot in today's lacrosse game, and varsity football, he's a receiver. He's usually not on the field that much. Probably will be on the field a bit more next year. He had that big catch in the Somers-Harrison game, helped them eventually win that game. This is in varsity football, and yeah, so it's great to see how good he's doing today. Who else? We have Brett Kennedy. You thought he was a pretty good player on the Somers Tuskers defense. He looks phenomenal today in lacrosse. And of course, Dean Palzolo, just a phenomenal player all around in Somers lacrosse. Now in Somers varsity football, he's also playing pretty good in lacrosse today as well. And yeah, so that is look on how we compare some of our Tuskers lacrosse play style to varsity football play style. Trying to see if we forgot anyone. I think we got everyone. And yeah, so we will be back, but we will be back in 2 seconds. So we are now on to our sports update section and sports prediction of the second half. So we currently have Somers, who is up 2-1. I see them holding on and taking it in baseball. This is for baseball, by the way. I see Somers taking that game 6-2 final score. And then we have Rose Varsity Flag Football. Partner can't get you a score on the screen this moment, but we will try to get that for you in a second. But let's take a look at current live baseball games as we loaded. Look, a great start for the season for the Dodgers, 8-0. The Padres 7-0 on the season. A great start for both of them this season, and the Dodgers 8-0, first time they were 7-0 since 1955. I don't know if this stat still exists as 4-8-0, but varsity football. What was I? Cross. But anyway, we got Red Sox, Orioles. So we got Red Sox and Orioles, and Red Sox took it 8-4, and now we will be back in a moment.
Yeah, I think Somers dominating the second half as the clock winds down on halftime. Final score probably going to be around 16-7. Back to Benny.
So we're back in the middle for the face-off, and we have Mayfield with it. So we're going to get started. The ball rolls out. So now with it, so 30 is going to go out. So Tusker is not able to get it in to start it off. Finds number 8. 8 going. There goes 8. Goes back out. Goes through 11's legs. And going around. And it goes back out to number 3, who is in as the goalie. In for Marzella, as now it is Iglesias with it. Iglesias to his brother. Finds Brush. Brush with it now. Brush going back. Finds Iglesias. Goes back out. And the ball goes up above the net. And now we have some substitutions here. So Logan Ruby comes on out. Heading in is number 13. We got number 13 of Russell heading in. We also have, so we have in for the Tuskers. Taking a look for the second half, we got Miguel Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias, Mason Kelly, Dylan Mendez, Ryan Brush. We got Russell, we got Tristan Wachell, Brett Kennedy, and number 26, Brandon Lyle. And so we are back out. Somers is gonna start back up with it. So Somers starting back up, and we're back off. Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias, teamwork with Ryan Brush. Finds Miguel Iglesias. Back to Brush. Here goes Brush. Back to Iglesias. Going around. Back to Kelly. Kelly going. Kelly finds Mendez. Multiple goals today for Mendez, including the first one 5 seconds into this one. So Mendez back out to Brush. Brush now with it. Brush finds 11 of Kelly. Back to 28, and it's going to go in for the Tuskers.
Scoring for the Tuskers, number 12, Ryan Brush. With an assist,
So
number
for
21,
the
Tristan Iglesias.
focus and practice this week, it was just on playing Tusker Lacrosse and having fun doing it.
So Mason Kelly gets the offsides and currently 30 seconds in the box. So now with it, 26 with the ball. Somers currently up 13-3. That's your current score. Up by 10. Goes back, misses it. So loses it, goes to Jambo. Who are they gonna say got the ball? Looks like it could have been either team there. So now with it, we got 26, finds 24, back to 22. So 22 now with it for Scarsdale. There goes 22, going up, and a great block by the Tuskers. So the 3 of Ruby. Hudson Ruby is going to throw it back out there for the Tuskers. Picking it up, number 22. To 7 now, so 7, Miguel Iglesias with it. So here comes Iglesias. Goes up, and it goes in for the Tuskers. Miguel Iglesias gets the goal for the Tuskers. Second goal of the second half. Starters are all still in as they're going to get another one. 14-3 is your score.
Number 7, Miguel Iglesias.
And let's just take a look how much that would be in touchdowns. That would be 98 points. And that just shows how great this, or in touchdowns, taking away the extra points, that would still be 91 points. And a great day for the Tuskers. And we're now back out there. So Mayfield with it. Shoots it, does not go in. But who's going to recover it? It's going to be the Tuskers. Have it now, they're going to lose it. Scarsdale takes it. Tuskers have it back. A lot of passing along with the ball. Teams grabbing from each other. It's Scarsdale able to retain possession after that jamble up there. 24 of Yellow with it. Yellow with it. Yellow finds 14, who goes back to 8. 8 going. 8 still has it. Going up, going in. A block by Hudson Ruby there. In is the goalie. And now coming out is Miguel Iglesias, who's being subbed in by Logan Ruby. Also, JJ Penzo is coming out, and so is number 55, JJ Penzo, and 55 of Karen Pico, a sophomore at Somers High School. We're now back out there. So 14 with it. Finds 24, back to 22. Finds 14, back to 22. Back to 26. And the ball is going to roll out of bounds. So we'll be back in a moment. Now back with it. Now back with it. We got Wooby. Wooby finds Brush. Wooby finds Brush back to Wooby. Wooby with it. He's going to Springfield College to play lacrosse. And clock is reset. 60. Scarsdale will have it. So 33 starts off with it. Back to 30. Finds 11 now of Scarsdale. Back to 22. 22 to 4. And back to 22. And whistle's called there.
How come every time, every goddamn time, you go outside? It's the same thing.
And the Scarsdale coach a little heated up there on that. Heated up there, but we're back out, lining back up now. So Somers is gonna have it. So there goes Somers. Cradling their stick to be able to move the ball around, or pass. You gotta cradle your stick, which is moving the stick around, or pass to a teammate. So Iglesias finds Kelly, two important names and two familiar names from varsity football that work together. Here goes Iglesias, underhand. Though it does not go into the net. Ball's gonna roll, and it's gonna be scooped up by Scarsdale. There goes Scarsdale, number 15, scoops it up. So 15 finds 24. So 24 now with it for Scarsdale. Back to 8. 8 with it, so there goes 8, back to 26. Finds 24, and it's going to be picked by Somers, or taken back by Somers. But Scarsdale able to get it back in a split second. Now 4 finds number 26. That's Star finds number 26 of Shane. So now with it, goes in for it, and goes on out. So 26 now with it. Finds 8, and it goes up, and it's going to be blocked. So the Tuskers are going to take it over. So the Tuskers going. And, there goes number 8. 8 finds 24. 24 back, and it's going to go in. That is going to be 14 who gets it in for Scarsdale, putting Scarsdale back to a 10-point game.
Scoring for Scarsdale, number 14, Joe Morrow, with an assist from 24, Thomas Asiello.
With it, 7 of Iglesias steps outside, so it's going to be Scarsdale's ball. So 33 throws it back out for Scarsdale, finds number 10. There goes 10. 10 with it. Goes up, finds 20, Scarsdale, and taking a look at that, number 10, a little bit of a quarterback play quarterback formation. Finds 10 right up the midfield. Something similar there to a play, but to a varsity football play. But let's take a look at our MLB games today. So we currently have Red Sox who won 8-4 against the Orioles. We have the Astros who beat the Twins, or are leading the Twins, my apologies, 5-2. And we have the Phillies who beat the Rockies 3-1. We also have the Yankees who take on the Diamondbacks later tonight, and the Brewers who take on the Reds later tonight. Looking at yesterday's results, the Red Sox beat the Orioles 3-0. We also had the Blue Jays beating the Nationals 4-2. Another exciting one with the Giants taking over the Astros 6-3, and the Padres are 7-0 on the season with a 5-2 win over the Guardians. The Yankees lost yesterday to the Diamondbacks, losing 4-3, and the Dodgers winning 6-5, a 1-point win, but 8-0 win against the 0-7 Braves. And now on to the baseball game. It is currently Somers who leads 5-1. A great day for Somers, as they are pretty good in their sports today. And looking into the Walter Panis versus Somers flag football game, it is currently a 20-0 lead. We do not have word, however, on what team is leading in that one. So 24 has it, cradling it. There goes 24. Movement goes underneath, and a close one. That ball is short there. And it looks like now going on. It looks like the result is a 20-0 final. We will find out who won the varsity flag football game. But going into girls softball currently, it is currently a 2-2 game, where both Lakeland and Somers are all tied up. So we're back out now. So movement around. So 22 finds 24 back to 26. Finds 24. Going. They're going to lose it. And it's going to be Somers' ball. So Somers able to grab it there. And now movement, cradling it down the field. Finds number one. It's number 1 of Dean Palazzolo, a great route runner and receiver in football. Seeing that little of that ability there, as now moving it, it's Brush back to Palazzolo. Now Palazzolo with it. Palazzolo back out to Iglesias. Iglesias keeps it going, and whistle blown there. So that means it is gonna be as Iglesias swings his net. I don't know if that is allowed there, but he's going to get the ball back. Don't know if they are going to allow that, however, in lacrosse. And yeah, I should mention, this is my second ever lacrosse game I am calling, so getting more familiar with it as I'm going. But like a week ago, I didn't even know how this sport worked. So, learned a lot in the last week, but we're off now. Scarsdale with it. 14 finds 26. 26 back out to 24. Now 24 with it. 24 going. Decides to keep it. Goes back underneath. Close one that does not go in. For that shot, it was 24 Laciello. So Laciello's shot, a close miss there. Scarsdale has it back. 8 goes up. Another short offside line. And Somers was closer. It was race to who would be closer. Out of bounds between Marchell, and number 4 of Star. So now Bolesky with it. There goes Bolesky. Cradling it down the field. Bolesky going. There goes Bolesky. Traveling to the side of the field. Goes for the shot. It's going to be blocked by number 30. The goalie shows up there for the Scarsdales. So Scarsdale with it now. Going back around. So now 14 finds 25. So back to 17 now. Finds 15. So 15 with it now. 15. So finds number 14. Back out, and it's going to be Ruby who takes it. Ruby going for the Tuskers. There goes Logan Ruby, stars player on the varsity football defense. Back out. Finds 20. Battaglia. Now movement, that is Palazzolo. Finds Kelly. There goes Kelly. Going back. Palazzolo. Iglesias now with it. Iglesias underneath, short one, but able to recover. Number 21 gets it in for the Tuskers. That's Tristan Iglesias. Multiple goals for Tristan Iglesias today as he gets it in before it goes to 0.
Scoring for the Tuskers, number 21, Tristan Iglesias.
So my sources are telling you that the final score for Somers versus Walter Panis girls flag football is Somers takes it 20-0. And where it was domination by Somers all day, I believe this is big number 1 for them this year as well. So 15-4 is your score currently for Somers. A great day for Somers sports. They're up 5. They're currently up 5-1 in baseball. 15-4 in this game, and flag football win as well. A great day for Somers. And now heading back into the middle, got Mayfield and number 10 of Ryan Gilligan. So Gilligan and Mayfield back out in the middle, and we're back. So final quarter of the day, 15-4 is your score. Tuskers up by 11. Scarsdale, you never can count them out. They may have a chance to come back, but it's looking more and more like it's going to be the Tuskers taking this one today, working together. And did that go in? A close one. Yes, that went in, and that was Ryan Brush who gets it in.
Scoring for the Tuskers, number 12, Ryan Brush.
So Ryan Brush gets it in for the Tuskers, assisted by Tristan Iglesias, and the Tuskers, an easy score there, going up now, up by 12 in this one. And yeah, it's been pretty dominant all day by the Tuskers, and both these teams played each other last year in the season opener as well. It was the Tuskers who won that one, and another dominant one, 17-3. So 17-3 was last year's score, where Somers is currently up 16-4. So 16-4 is the score. So now with it. So now 6. Back out, tries to get it. Mayfield shot there, but it's not going. But Iglesias able to pick it up. Tristan Iglesias gets it in for the Tuskers. A great day for the Tuskers. Now putting up number 17 points today as number 17 comes in. JJ Penzo comes in. Looks like we have a lot of starters actually coming on out. It looks like the backups are heading now in. JJ Penzo comes in. Number 4 comes in of Valencia. So Valencia comes in. We have Miguel, we have Ruby, and we had Mendez, we had Kelly, all just come to the bench as we have new players in with JJ Penzo. The Somers bench, not too shabby as they're able to get it already. But now with it, 14. So 14 now with it. Di Pasquale going up. Finds 10. 10 of Violante. Of Sullivan, my apologies. So battle around. Back to Russell. So Russell now with it. Back out to 4. Who finds 18. Going back to 14 now for the Tuskers. Loses it. And Scarsdale's going to take it over. That was number 14 of Di Pasquale who lost it for the Tuskers. Now we got some subs in with Will Marcus now heading in for the Tuskers. Russell coming out. So now 24 with it. Is that going to count as contact? There's 8 swings there. So Scarsdale with it. 22 with the ball. Finds 26 of Scarsdale. Back to 24. There goes 24 with it. Great play around. 24 of Yellow. The Yellow goes up, and it's going to be taken back by number 3. So 3 with it. Now with it. Goes up, and it's going to be too high. Does not go in. It does not go in, a little too high there. But we got 8:48 left. And let's see. Now movement around. 4. Back out to 8. Back to 4. 25 now with it. Back to 22. Finds 25. 25 now with it. Goes up and under. It's going to be blocked. Ruby with the block there for the Tuskers. And now, but it's going to be the Tuskers ball now. There they go. There they go down the field. It's now 18 with it. That's 18 is going to be Newman. Only a group of players in as the ball rolls out of bounds. We also have Will Marcus, and now Will Marcus is subbing out for number 35. That is Cooper Steinberg. Number 15 also heads in. That is number 15 of Bernardi. Bernardi in now. So moving for the Tuskers. Times number 8 back to 10. Back out to 35, Steinberg. Now there goes Russell. Also going underhand, close one does not go in as it's going to roll out of bounds. It was looking like it was the Tuskers who were closer, but actually going to say that it was Scarsdale who was closer there. So Scarsdale has it now. There goes Scarsdale finds. So 30 finds number 7. Back to 30. 30 and 7. Playing pass along here as it goes out of bounds. Scarsdale, they able to scoop it up. And now Somers grabs it. Somers has it. Scarsdale on number 10. Flag comes out. Multiple Scarsdale players on number 10 of George Sullivan. And
There you go, Georgie!
they were on him aggressively there, but and it looks like they are gonna, at least number 22 is gonna be getting a 30-second penalty. Now number 23 comes in for number 3. Also 20 comes in for Scarsdale. So we're back out now. Back out. 4. 4 of Somers finds 18. Back out to 18. Back out to 4. That is Hudson. That is Valencia. So out comes. So back to number 4, 18. Number 4 going up and under. It's going to be taken by number 30. So we got 10 now with it for Scarsdale. And Scarsdale. And now we got 35 with it. We have that, and it's going to be close. Doesn't go in. 35 on that shot. It was Cooper Steinberg. As now Steinberg comes out. In goes number 32. Jared Costello heads in now. So now with it, number 20. Finds 25. So 15. So finds number 8. Back to 4. Goes back out, and that goes out of bounds. Scarsdale was closer. Scarsdale is going to retain possession. So now with it. Loses it as it's going to roll out of bounds. So now with it, 15. 15 for Scarsdale. Goes far out, but Scarsdale's closer. Scarsdale's going to retain possession. Clock, however, goes to 0, so that means Somers is going to be taking it over. Number 24 of Somers is going to throw it in. Not on the roster. So 24 now with it for the Tuskers. There he goes. Rolling. 24. Back to 23. Will Marchus goes up. A close and short one as it hits the upright. It hits the side of the goal. Does not go in. Fun fact about the goal. So we're going to take a look at the goal. 6 feet wide and 6 feet high are the lengths of the goal. And Somers Tuskers, they're good at lacrosse. As you see today, they have 6 total section championships, including winning 4 years in a row from 2000, 2001, 2002, and 2003. They also won in 2006 and 2009. Those are Somers' past sectional championships. And last year's championship in for the and last year's So last year's champion in Class C, which is where Somers is in this. Class numbers a little bit different from football is why also the championship in girls class. In the girls class last year. In Class A, it was Mamaroneck that won, and in our little league, it was John Jay who won last year. And the Tuskers, as they're heading on to the win, the team focused on many things in practice this week, but what Coach Hirsch said was most important was just focusing on being back at Lacrosse and having a fun time, just getting back in the swing of things and just having a fun time playing lacrosse, and that definitely helps, as you're also seeing that here today. So we have a minute and a half left now. A dominant day by Somers. As it goes, it's going to be blocked by Scarsdale, and still Somers trying to tie and maybe even break the amount of points they won against Scarsdale last year. A 17-4 score currently. Finds 18. 18 with it. Back out to 20. 20 loses it, but able to scoop it up. Back to 17. Back to 25. Back to 8. 8 with it now. Going up. Guarded by 55. Goes too high. Out of bounds. Scarsdale, however, was closer with 48 seconds left. So Scarsdale is going to retain possession. However, they only have 30 seconds left on the shot clock. So Somers may have another possession, though they are probably going to just focus on calling it a day and letting the clock run out. So 30 seconds now left. Finds number 8. 8 with it. Going for Scarsdale. 6 seconds left. And it's going to be taken back by Somers. Number 5 now in there as the goalie. That is number 5 of Ryder Pelkey. So now 10 with it. 10 with it. And we're going to run out, and it's going to be the Somers Tuskers who take it 17-4 on this one. Current baseball update, 5-3 is your current score, with Somers still leading. But it's going to be the Somers Tuskers who take this one. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm Benny Silk. Thank you for listening. Tune in Saturday. We will be doing a YouTube broadcast, and also we'll be doing it on here as well of the Saturday home game versus Widgefield, so tune into that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. See you Saturday. Have a good one, and tune into the Somers Sports Broadcast episode tonight at 8 p.m. on the Somers Sports Broadcast YouTube. I'm Benny Stilk. Have a great night. See you next time.